Hey guys, wanted to make a quick little video here. This is mainly pertaining to Ohio and our upcoming primary elections. But this is the new ad that is out from Ohio gun owners. They have put this together and are still looking for donations and things so this can be played in as many places as possible. But please share it around and so everybody can see it. But I'm going to go ahead and play the ad. It's just a minute long. And then I got a couple other things to show, but for time being, here's the ad, and I'll give you my opinion as soon as it's over.
Mike Dewine betrayed gun owners when he teamed up with Feinstein and Schumer to pass the Clinton gun ban. Then Dewine wanted to force waiting periods on us just to buy a gun. Dewine voted to let trial lawyers bankrupt gun manufacturers with liability lawsuits. And Mike Dewine even sponsored the same universal background checks that Bloomberg wants to pass in Ohio. That's why Dewine was rated F by the NRA. F. Now Mike Dewine is trying to say he's pro-gun, but Dewine won't fill out the Ohio gun owners survey to say where he stands. Mary Taylor did. And Mary Taylor signed it in front of thousands of gun owners, while Mike Dewine hides. Call Dewine now at 614-395-0482 and tell Dewine to return the Ohio gun owners questionnaire now. Because voters need to know whether Dewine is on our side or on Bloomberg's side. Paid for by Ohio gun owners.
Okay, that's the advertisement that they had just released. And it's completely true. I mean, I've looked into the backgrounds of everybody, and everything is true. For one, if he didn't have something to hide, why not go in public, or anywhere for that matter, and fill out the survey so everybody can see what his stance is? But no, this way he can run as his so-called pro-gun candidate, but not a whole lot of it's actually on record, so it's easy for him to backpedal it later. And this article here is from the Columbus Dispatch, which I'm not a fan of them to begin with, but nevertheless. And it talks about basically what the ad is. But it also mentions Mary Taylor, and I was at that particular rally. I was not far from where she's standing with her shotgun up there when she told everybody, you know, come and take it, was her words. But the Buckeye Firearms Association has came out and said they're going to endorse him, which they refused to even go to the pro-gun rally. But they're in favor of Dewine, and also are criticizing the Ohio Gun Owners Organization, calling it a false flag group who just wants money, which is totally false. I'm not actually a member of that organization at the moment. I'm waiting till some new things get implemented into their system, and my opinions are solely mine, not theirs or anybody else's. But if they were just after money, then they would never entertain any of my phone calls, ideas, suggestions, things I've mentioned, shared with them. They would ignore me 100% if all they wanted was money. I'm not a fan of the NRA either at the moment. Not saying that couldn't be a good organization again, but as of now, well, they're doing a little more harm than good, but that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, the Buckeye Firearms is really bashing the Ohio gun owners, which is just wrong on all accounts. For one, if you're a true organization that is really and truly after gun rights and the Second Amendment, first off, you have to be no compromise. That's first and foremost. But second, the groups need to work together. But it's pretty hard. Now, at the rally that we had at the State House on March, I think it was March the 10th, there were several groups there. I don't remember all of their names individually, so I don't want to say anything and misspeak on anything. But all the groups were there working together, all trying to get more members for their cause, but at the same time was just as much of support of all the other groups. So everybody worked together. All this divide is never going to work. I mean, we have enough division between the liberal side and the conservative side. So when you start fighting amongst yourselves, it just makes it even worse. So we need to stick up for each other. I mean, as they say, you know, call a spade a spade. If something's wrong, it's wrong. Call it out and don't be afraid to. But there's no sense in worrying about, oh, we need more members, or, you know, we got to have more of this or more of that. We're all fighting for the same goal here. And as long as the end goal gets accomplished, and that is to keep our gun rights and get a lot of them back that we have already lost over the years, that is number one. I don't care if it's Ohio gun owners that gets the rights back or any other organization you want to mention. It makes no difference as long as we get our rights back and keep ones that we still have. That is first and foremost. But I wanted to throw this out there just to give people an idea of kind of what's going on. The Ohio gun owners was also having a, well, I don't know if you want to call it a contest or not, but kind of a mission. And I'll show that real quick. This is fastly running out of time, but my computer's being a little slow, but here we go. Free Glock 19. They're going to give one away. You just got to pay the taxes. You got to be an Ohio resident and, you know, be legal to own and follow all the rules as far as that goes and the laws. But if you could get Dewine on video filling out the Ohio gun owners candidate survey, you would win a free Glock 19. Because Ohio gun owners, they do not really endorse a candidate, so to speak. They don't one side or the other. Yes, Mary Taylor seems like an endorsement, but she's just the one that's filled it out, and everybody knows where she stands. But the main emphasis is to get the candidates to fill the survey out, to give us, the voters, as much information as possible so we know where our candidates stand. And of course, as a lot of you know from other videos I've done, our Governor Kasich is completely against all guns and gun owners, even saying that, you know, he hates single issue voters and candidates. So if, you know, you only want to vote for somebody just because they're 100% pro-gun, then according to him that's wrong, or any other issue. But, you know, if you can't stick up for my constitutional rights, then I don't want anything to do with you to begin with. So yes, I can be a single issue voter. Now there are some things that can be different, need to look into, whatever, but I don't care what you support, what you say you'll do, how great you'll make this state or country. None of that matters if you don't care about the Constitution and what it stands for. And I mean actually the full Constitution. None of this pick and choose. Like the liberal side is always screaming free speech. They love, you know, free speech, you know. Gotta have it. That's all well and good as long as they're the one talking. Let a conservative say something. How many times they tried to silence Trump or any pro-gun comments, videos, whatever on all the social media platforms. They want to shut all that up. Oh, we can't have that. We can't have that kind of free speech. No, it's the Constitution. It's there. It's plain as can be. Read it. Follow it. You can't pick and choose. You got to have every bit of it together like a puzzle. It'll never work and never get done if you pick and choose this and that. You have to have every piece together, fits together, then everything will run a lot more smooth and work the way as intended. And I'm also so sick of everybody bringing up the they only had was muskets back then, you know, that's all that matters and that thing. Look it up. There was several different firearms back then that were rapid fire. If the founding fathers would have meant for it to only be muskets, they would have said so. They were not stupid. They knew for a fact, because even in their lifetimes, technology, they had seen how much it had changed. I mean, yes, they were still using muzzle-loading guns in most cases, but they saw the evolution from flintlocks, matchlocks, percussion caps, all the different innovations. And they knew that in the future there would be even bigger and better changes. They knew that. They might not have always envisioned everything, but they knew it would change. So that is the reason they wrote it the way they did. Not for muskets or for this, or that your gun can only work this way or that way. No. It was to keep us on par with government, military. And a lot of people even question, well, your firearms could never protect you against our military. Well, you can look at many of the battles and wars that we have fought, whether it be some of the conflicts in the Middle East. You can look at Vietnam, Korea, and like I said, even the modern Afghanistan, Iraq type things. The people over there, the terrorists, look how much havoc they have caused over the years. And the majority of the things they use are small arms. So yes, small arms can have a great impact. So, I just, always want to bring that out, that, our military, being top as it is, has had trouble at times with a determined, armed, group. Now, granted, I'm not sticking up for any terrorist or anything. I don't mean it any way, shape, or form. But it just goes to show that small arms can have a huge impact. And that's the reason why we have the rights that we have. All the stuff the liberals want to cry and complain and go to their safe spaces and all of that mess. If it wasn't for the firearms owners of this country, they wouldn't have any safe spaces. They'd have no cry closets. No, demonstrations in the streets. No sitting around, with their crayons and Play-Doh and Skittles and, all these professional cuddlers and hugging everybody and playing with the little puppy dogs, They wouldn't have any of that if it wasn't for the gun owners. So, maybe some of them will actually remember that the next time they're in their little cry closet bawling their eyes out because somebody said something about them, or they saw a picture of something that they didn't like. Well, there's been plenty of times I've had to see them in public and I didn't like it, but I didn't run to no cry closet. So it's kind of my 2 cents on that whole subject. So just wanted to throw that all out there. Like I said, again, as my own personal disclaimer, my comments and stuff are not in any way, shape, or form reflective of Ohio Gun Owners Organization. It's all me. I just wanted to bring out their content, give my take on it. But like I say, what I say is mine, and that's it. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm speaking on anyone else's behalf but mine. So that's just my little disclaimer. So if you like the video, give me a like, thumbs up, share it, and all that. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. I'm still banned from live streaming for a couple months or so, but if you hit the bell, at least you'll know when I put out new videos. I always appreciate all the support, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I would appreciate it. Anything else you need to find out about me or what's going on will be in the description, all the different links that I have. So take it easy, guys. Stay safe. Keep up the fight in all ways possible on gun control, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks.